All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly thrilling clash between Brazil and Morocco. Now, we all know soccer is a team sport, right? But every so often, you get a game that is just completely dictated by the sheer willpower and magic of individual star players. And that is exactly what we're going to be breaking down today.
To really feel the intensity of this match, you have to picture the environment these athletes were stepping into. It was New Jersey, and the heat was searing. The commentary painted this picture of a truly gorgeous evening, blue sky, delicious sunshine. But, don't let that poetic description fool you. That heavy, humid heat, it was basically a pressure cooker, which makes the explosive bursts of energy from our stars that much more incredible. This whole atmospheric setting served as the backdrop for some immediate tension. Right out of the gate, we saw Mazavi get around his man with incredible agility to deliver a really dangerous cross. Thiago couldn't quite get a touch on it, but man, it was a heart-stopping moment that immediately told us this game was going to be fast, relentless, and totally unforgiving.
So that was setting the sunlit stage. Now let's look at how Cyber lights up Morocco. Okay, watch how the momentum shifts massively here entirely through individual willpower. Diaz manages to find this impossibly tight window, and he precisely sifts the ball right through a really tough Brazilian defense. It's exactly these kinds of split-second, high IQ plays that lay the groundwork for a breakthrough. It perfectly sets the stage for a star to step up, capitalize, and essentially bend the trajectory of the whole game to their will. And man, did he ever capitalize. Right in the middle of that blistering heat we were just talking about, Ismail Sabari strikes right through the Brazilian defense. Like the commentary perfectly put it, he lights up Moroccan hopes. This wasn't just about the mechanics of a goal, it was pure electricity. Sabari injected this massive surge of belief right into his squad, proving for sure that the Moroccan offense was lethal. This actually brings us right to our core theme today, a catalyst. A catalyst is a person whose individual actions spark massive momentum or change. And Sabari was the absolute definition of a catalyst here. His energy was literally infectious. He kept the pressure dialed up, inspiring his team to push higher and higher up the pitch, which we saw when Hakimi fired off a vicious shot of his own right after. Sabari didn't just get a goal, he leveled up the entire Moroccan unit.
But, of course, Vinicius Jr. strikes back.
If we juxtapose Morocco's soaring high from that opening goal right up against Brazil's relentless building counterpressure, we get this amazing blow-for-blow narrative. Brazil didn't just fold after conceding, right? Instead, they tightened up their formation and started squeezing the pitch, creating this pressure cooker environment that was literally just waiting for a spark to set it off. And boom, there's the spark, and in spectacular fashion too. Building immense speed on the attack, Vinicius Jr. turns on the jets and lashes in the equalizer. The commentators called it a superstar goal. And honestly, they hit the nail on the head. It was a moment of sheer individual brilliance. When a team's back is against the wall, they look to their superstars to create something out of absolutely nothing. Vinicius Jr. answered that call flawlessly and completely reset the psychological balance of the match. But the crazy thing is, his impact as a catalyst didn't stop at the goal. A bit later in the match, Vinny Jr. drops this beautifully weighted setback for his teammate Rafinha, which just proved his continuous looming danger on the pitch. He wasn't just playing as a lone striker, he was an entire offensive engine, constantly reading the defense and dealing out opportunities to keep the Moroccan backline totally on their heels. Which leads us directly into the battle of the keepers. So here's the crucial pivot in the match. All that incredible individual offensive brilliance we just talked about, it eventually runs face first into an absolute wall of defensive resilience. These rapid-fire defensive heroics completely hijacked the game's momentum. We saw Dono spectacularly deny Paqueta what would have been a guaranteed showpiece goal. We watched the keeper just perfectly absorb Rafinha's tracked shot. And over on the Brazilian side, Alisson literally sacrificed his body, going down right at the feet of Amaishi to snuff out a threat, while Alex took absolutely no chances clearing the ball. The keepers basically took a wild shootout and turned it into a defensive masterclass. Yet even with the keepers completely dominating the late game, those offensive stars refused to just quietly fade away. I mean, Sabari spectacularly spilled his way through the lines again in a final display of individual willpower. It's a huge testament to his stamina and his drive as a catalyst. He was out there hunting for an advantage until the very last second, ultimately leading to a hard-fought stalemate. If we map this match out chronologically, the whole structure of the battle becomes so clear. We start with Mazawi's early push, setting that frantic tempo. Then, right in the blistering heat of the day, Sabari scores his monumental goal for Morocco.
Moving into the mid-match, Vinicius Jr. answers with that explosive superstar equalizer for Brazil. And finally, late in the game, both sets of keepers just lock down the net entirely. It's a perfectly balanced highlight reel of high-octane offense colliding with impenetrable defense.
All of this brilliant back and forth gave us an unbreakable stalemate, leaving us with a final score of Brazil 1, Morocco 1. And honestly, it's a scoreline that perfectly reflects the evenly matched brilliance we saw. Neither team deserved to lose this one, and both squads proved without a doubt that they have individuals capable of taking on the entire world. So, as we wrap up our explainer today, I've got to leave you with a question to chew on. Who do you think actually had the greater individual impact out there? Was it Ismail Saibari or Vinicius Jr.? Both of these guys acted as the ultimate catalyst for their teams, generating momentum, hyping up their teammates, and striking with just absolute precision under that New Jersey sun. Take a second to reflect on the insane athleticism we analyzed today. Thanks for joining me, and keep questioning, keep analyzing, and keep learning.